Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about 7 car and driving hacks that will improve your gas mileage. If you want to get better MPG, more miles per gallon, this is the video for you. Now let's get right to it, okay? The first car and driving hack for better gas mileage is weight reduction. Now you see, when you're driving a car with a lot of weight in it and on it and around it, what happens is your engine has to work pretty hard to actually make that car move. The moment that you reduce the weight, your engine is able to make the car move much easier, which therefore uses less gas. If I drive 100 kilometers with, let's just say for the sake of argument, 2,000 pounds on the car, then I'm going to use a certain amount of gas. If I drive 100 kilometers with 1,000 pounds on the same car with the same engine, I'm going to use less gas. It's as simple as that. Tip number 2, the second driving hack, is to retune the computer, okay? So what you can do is actually retune your computer to optimize your miles per gallon. When your car comes from the factory, it actually is tuned for a certain dynamic. Now let's say you wanted better miles per gallon and you didn't care so much about horsepower, you could retune your computer to reduce the horsepower but get better gas mileage. So that's number 2. Number 3 is an oil change. Now you should be changing your oil on time all the time because it's healthy for your engine. But what happens is when your engine is driving, when your engine is moving and producing power, okay, when you're driving your car, if your oil is thick and sluggish, your engine's gonna have to work harder, just like with more weight from the first tip, okay? Now, if you change your oil and your oil is nice and smooth and easy to work with, then what happens is it's easier for your engine to actually drive that distance, and therefore, you're going to improve your gas mileage. Number 4, the fourth car and driving hack for better gas mileage is proper tire inflation. Some people inflate their tires and they'll overinflate them simply because they think that eventually they're going to lose some air and bring them back down to a regular inflation level. And although it's okay to have your tires overinflated for a little bit of time, it's not optimizing for your gas mileage. If you want to have better gas mileage, one of the coolest things and easiest things that you can do is just make sure that your tires are properly inflated. So check those numbers on the sides of your tires and make sure that your tires are properly inflated. It will improve your miles per gallon. Driving hack number 5 is to drive at steady speeds. You want to keep that needle in a consistent zone. Now, obviously, you have to accelerate and you have to brake, but what you want to make sure that you do is brake and accelerate as smoothly as possible and only accelerate or brake when you need to. You want to keep a consistent speed as much as possible. So drive with the flow of traffic, but try to keep as consistent of a speed as possible. Number 6, and this one is a tip for everybody because almost everybody's guilty of this, is don't speed up only to slow down. Let's say I could have driven from here to the end of the road at a consistent speed and got there in a certain number of seconds. But let's say on the other hand that I speed up and then I have to slow down really hard. So if I press the accelerator and then I have to brake really hard because I accelerated unnecessarily, you wasted gas. Because what happens is if I drive there at a consistent speed, I'm going to waste this much gas. If I accelerate and then have to brake, I'm still going the same distance in roughly the same amount of time, but I'm using more gas because I've accelerated unnecessarily. Basically, you want to limit the unnecessary heavy acceleration, only when necessary. Last but not least, number 7 is don't let your car idle or warm up. When you're letting your car idle, you get 0 MPG. You get no gas mileage. So don't let your car idle or warm up for more than like 20 seconds. Even if the weather is really cold, don't let it idle or warm up for a long time. And when you start driving, even if the car is not warm, even if you've only let it warm up for 20 seconds in the blistering cold, just take it easy when you start driving. Let everything warm up as you drive at relatively low RPMs. And that's basically it. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. I wanted to make it a nice, quick, concise, and clear video on 7 car hacks that will improve your gas mileage. And be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.